Your athletes are going to fall short of their potential and their goals because you're making this one critical mistake. I'm Brian Cain, a mental performance coach, and I've had the privilege to work with some of the top coaches and athletes in the world, and the majority of them make the same mistake that your athletes are making. They focus too much on the outcome and not enough on the process. They've been lied to, thinking that they have to have these big, hairy, audacious goals, when in reality, it comes down to what are you doing today to help you achieve those goals. Now, in this video, I'm going to walk you through a worksheet that I use with every client, every team, every athlete that I work with to help bring awareness to what their outcome goals are that they want, but most importantly, reverse engineer those goals into a process that they can take action on. The analogy that we use is the fruit of the tree, the outcome and the root of the tree. You see, the fruit, it's what everybody sees. It's what everybody wants. It's what we talk about. It's what motivates most people. But it's the root that's what's going to help you accomplish those goals. So with this worksheet, you as a coach are going to help your athletes to lock in on what they're doing today, because today plus today plus today equals their career and often your win-loss record and how successful you are as a coach. You see, your success as a coach is hidden in the routines of the daily lives by your athletes. And if you're going to talk about trusting the process with your team, that's a mistake unless you have a process that you can actually trust. Most of your athletes are going to set outcome goals, or you as a coach are going to talk about, we got to win. Well, what are you doing to win? And the best coaches and athletes that I've been around, they have a process that they follow, that they run to give them that best chance to get the outcome. Also known as they water the roots to produce the fruit, the outcome that they want. So in this worksheet, you're going to see that we've drawn up a tree here with some fruit on it and some roots down below. And you as a coach want your athletes to talk about the outcome goals that they want, and then pick any one of those outcome goals, those fruits, and have them identify 3 to 6 roots, things they can do on a daily, on a weekly basis to allow them to get closer towards being the person who can achieve that fruit. And when your athletes have a process, a series of steps that they follow on a consistent basis, they give themselves the best chance to accomplish the fruit. Now, I'm a believer that you should set outcome goals, that you should set the fruit that you want. You should know the target that you're after. You should know the game that you're playing, and then reverse engineer that back to what you can do today and this week as a part of that process. A lot of people will say put the process over the outcome, but they don't have a process that they can put above the outcome. It's just lip service. And as a coach, when you just give lip service, your athletes see that. See, they want the substance. They want to know, what is our process? And when you can create that process for your athletes, what it does is it allows them to have something tangible that they can bite onto, they can grab onto and do in the moment. And when they're focused on what's important now, the win, right? W-I-N, what's important now, that keeps them where their feet are. That keeps them in the present. And being in the present moment is where the magic happens. See, if you've got athletes on your team that get, suffocated by anxiety, it's because they're looking into the future. They're looking at the fruit on the tree. And they don't have something like the root to keep them grounded in the present moment. And if you've got athletes that suffer from depression, it's often because they're too far looking into the past, saying, man, I should have, I would have, I could have. And what this exercise is going to do for you as a coach is help you bring your athletes back to the present moment to say, look, that's where we want to go. That's the fruit that you want to accomplish. And I'm going to help you to get there, but we're going to do it by watering these roots. And what's our process? What are the steps we're going to take to help get us there? What's the steps we're going to take to help us be the person that deserves to get that fruit? So this is an exercise in pillar 5 of our 10 pillars of mental performance mastery system, putting the process over the outcome. And we talk a lot about trusting the process, but more importantly, show me the process that you trust. And as a coach, I've been able to develop a stronger relationship with my clients. I've been able to develop trust with some of the top performing athletes in the world because I can help them sharpen their process, because I can help them stay organized with what they want, and most importantly, the steps that they can take to give themselves the best chance for success to get there. So if you're a coach who struggles to help your athletes create processes and you just talk about outcome goals, your trust is going to be eroded. Trust is not in talking about the fruit. Trust comes from planting the roots, getting into the dirt, getting into the trenches, getting into the detail with your clients, because it's easy. Anybody can talk about the fruit. What do we want to do? Win a state championship, lift X number of weight on the bench. I want to achieve this. What are you going to do to get there? And I think as a mental performance coach, or any coach in general, your ability to help your athletes reverse engineer or work backwards from their fruit into the root and plant those roots on a consistent basis, that's going to be the biggest needle mover and difference maker for you building that relationship, knowing what their outcome goals are, and then working that process with them, the roots, to help them achieve those outcome goals. Now, if you go back to our first worksheet, which we're going to link to below in our first video here, we talked about controlling what you can control. And the only thing that you can control is your APE, your attitude, your appearance, your body language, your preparation, your performance, what you do, and the energy and effort with which you do it with. So as you're helping your clients or athletes to identify those roots that they want to plant down into the ground, you want to make sure that they're controllable. The outcome goals are not always controllable, but the outcome goals are often what's motivating. That's what we want. And as a coach, we want to speak in outcomes to their athletes and that this is where they're going to go. This is what we see in them. You see, great coaches see the potential in their athletes more so than the athletes see in themselves. And then what we've got to do though is bring that back into the roots. So in this worksheet, you're going to help your clients identify what their outcome goals are and then help them create the roots in the process to achieve those outcome goals. And they're going to make sure that they're controllable. And in our next video, I'm going to share with you a strategy that you can use as a coach to help your clients be even more structured and more disciplined and more clear with what it is that they're after. You see, as a coach, you provide what I call the 3 traits of greatness for your athletes. And doing this exercise with them about the root and the fruit of the tree is going to help strengthen that relationship, and it's going to help strengthen that trust because you're going to provide the 3 traits of greatness. Here they are. Clarity. What is it that your client wants? Accountability. What are you holding them accountable to doing? Every time you meet with your athletes, just like I do, I'm going to say, hey, you set this piece of fruit out there, this outcome goal. Let's take a look at the roots, what you said you wanted to do. And then you can give support. Clarity, accountability, and support. You can provide that support to say, look, planting roots, growing a big tree, and producing fruit, that's hard. That's not easy to do. Creating a process that aligns with your outcome goal and going to achieve that outcome goal, that's not easy to do. That's hard to do. You need guidance. You need direction. You need accountability. You need support. Most importantly, you need clarity. What is it you want for your outcome goal, and how are we going to get there? The process. So I invite you to use this worksheet below with yourself, use this with your team, use this with your clients, the athletes that you're leading, and help them to produce the fruit that they want, their goals, by watering those roots and identifying what those roots are. Because as a coach, the best way for you to retain your clients is to help them get the results that they want through clarity, accountability, and support, and through pillar number 5, process over outcome thinking and planning, by drilling those roots down as far as they can go to stand firm, to stand strong where your feet are in the present, not looking to the future, not looking to the past, but being where your feet are and growing roots today, because today plus today plus today equals your career. So let's water those roots, let's produce that fruit, and let's use this worksheet with our clients. Together we can dominate the day.